Yeah,
Yeah, for
totally
sure.
agree.
You should see what I do with my other partner, Andy McPhee. Have you ever heard of him?
I've heard the name.
He's an actor based in LA, and he's been my longtime mentor for many years. He and I are the ones that do the normal show R&U together. But
Okay.
anyway, his son Cody was at the Oscars last year for an Academy Award for Power of the Dog.
Okay.
He was nominated
Wow.
for it, but didn't win. But yeah, that's who Andy is.
Still
He's an actor.
getting nominated is big. So that's a big honor.
Yeah. And my story is I just kind of cover NASCAR whenever I can, cover racing with him. So we both have a passion for this type of thing. So
Of
Yeah.
course. Of course.
And your passion is the wine business and racing.
And a great group and a great team between the two. I'm even though there's been some challenges along the way, I feel like, you know what, I have that Billie Jean King, the best saying, pressure is a privilege. And I have it every day. And when I'm not feeling so good, I just say that to myself. Remember, I'm lucky. I used to, we come back from the race to business. I come back from the race, like Ramrod and the crew all day, take a shower, pop a couple Red Bulls, and then I got to go to a wine dinner with 100 people where I'm the guy entertaining everybody. Take a deep breath and say, lucky me. What a great group of people are here. Quit whining. So,
yeah.
I felt
How
that way
many
too
how
sometimes.
many people you got working for you, bud?
yeah, right now I think we're between the two businesses, probably 35, 40. Used to be a lot more with more cars, but the winery's gotten more than half of that. And then the race team ebbs and flows, as you know. We hire day rate guys and day guys. They work at a dealership in Denver, but they come on the weekends to race for us. And so, that was used to be when we're running three cars, that'd be 40 people, 30 people. So, yeah, and I enjoy being the team leader, but again, key is team. I work really hard to make sure only A players are here. Doesn't always work, so you got to kind of weed them out. But then when it does work, that synergy where you all like working together, it's a drug. I mean, it's magic, and I love it when we get to that point.
At your business headquarters, is there like a shop for the race team or even the team base there?
Yeah, big shop in the back. It's a 40,000 foot building here. We own it. We have a tenant for about half the space. Everything used to be here. You'd walk back there when it was like going to Daytona. The hallways out here, which I got a pretty long hallway, would be lined down the hallway with each car's apparel, graphics, all the stuff we needed. It's funny enough, the one thing that always used to screw us is we'd have the trailers outside purring at night, ready to go. 3 transporters, 5 cars, and the only thing we didn't have was the freaking graphics because the guy was up at Sonoma smoking a bong or something. He never got us on stuff on time. So I bought all my own equipment, $100,000 worth of equipment. We do all our own stuff. But it was pretty cool walking down the hallways. It was also kind of a buzz. And then go in the back, and there's 5 cars on the lifts. Everybody's getting everything ready. And it was my favorite part was having the trailer show up at Daytona, tailgates down, and you can see us pulling onto the hydraulic lift, and you look at the car, and it's done. And I wanted the other competitors to go, oh shit, they're back again. So yeah, we had 4 wins there, but there were so many close calls. I mean, like we almost had a 1-2-3, but radiators got plugged up for some crazy reason with the tires and stuff. But really good in those middays.
Yeah,
We ran five cars 8 years in a row.
Doug always asks this question, but here it goes. Have you ever got into any fights or controversy in racing?
you know, No, yes and no. I mean, one of the ones that really pissed us off, but we weren't going to go down and start punching anyone. We were running with the Aston. We qualified on the pole. We're in the lead of the race. My good friend and pro driver Brendan Davis is driving, coming around into turn 6, and a Ferrari had spun. The guy in the car was a Ferrari Challenge guy, Global Petroleum CEO. He goes to restart the car from the edge of the track as Brandon's turning in, and he's in gear, and he pops the car, and the car pops in front of us, and we're done. Crash. We were like, you freaking knucklehead. We went down there pretty pissed about that one. I drove with Checo Perez's little brother. who I gave every single possible speech to about what not to do, and he went out and did it and crashed the car at the bus stop. So that was not good. That was the second year, again on the pole. So, and in the old days, my old buddy RJ Valentine, big old rough and tumble Boston business guy into his 60s, but he was pretty. He got in some people's faces sometimes. I wouldn't want to mess with him. He's 70 now. I've tried to do it because the one thing about it is, in this case, we're wearing the Adobe. We wear our brand everywhere. And I mean, it's like one of the airport tests. When I go through the airport, there's always issues and trouble. I never complain. I open doors for little old ladies. I'm always polite. And because, again, you're wearing your brand and it stays with you. And nowadays, with social media, freaking people blow shit up, make stuff up. You never know. So just like stay out of that side of it. But boy, it's been tempting a few times.
When is your winery going to come to Arizona again, or the surrounding states?
Yeah, we'll bring the mobile rig back there, I think, for sure, early summer or back in the fall. We did a tour with like 5 or 6 nights in a row, ended up at the Penske Museum with a really powerful ladies group, 150 of them last time. I love it down there. I love doing the events. We got to pick it up a little bit with our distributor, but the areas down, I'd love to move there someday, especially the Scottsdale area. But and then we're doing the same thing in Texas. We're big in Florida. We're big in Indiana. The team's doing a good job in those places. But in general, you gotta remember the way it works in the industry. Each state has its own. You have to go through a distributor, so you got to kind of be able to. Although we can push, we need them to push too. Otherwise, we come into town, make a bunch of noise, sell some wine, and we leave, and then no one else does anything. Especially as a small brand. So as a small brand, during COVID, it was hard. We had to kind of do it ourselves.
Yeah,
help is the answer.
Yeah, let me know when you're in Arizona again. I'll try to get a pass.
And
I will, for sure.
You're in Iowa again.
Iowa. How funny though, Justin, that I didn't tell that your listeners, my wife and I lived there. When I started a real estate development company myself, ended up in Iowa with a project, and then I met Deborah there. That was 30 plus years ago. Lived in the same town as you in Ankeny, and yeah, what it was, seemed like a totally different culture because everybody was always so nice. I loved it. It was away from the farmer's truck type of thing. I know it's changed a little bit in Ankeny now, but still great roots, great families.
Yeah. I'm originally from the mountains of Colorado.
All right.
Have you ever been to the Rocky Mountains?
Oh yeah, I'm a big skier, so up there all the time. Not recently, but my daughter lives in Denver as well.